Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Rally Podcast. We got Mike here along with Sean and Logan, your usual hosts. But today we are joined by Preston Buys and Jared Rouse. Last year, those two played together, or not together, they played separately on the teams Strange Embrace and Two Guys. And then for 2018, they are joining together as Wabi Sabi. So thanks for coming on today, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Super
Our
stoked.
pleasure.
Yeah. So I want to start off with a question about your team name. What is Wabi Sabi, and how does it fit you guys?
Wabi Sabi. So it's funny. We were like, what's our team name going to be? Because we played together a lot in Santa Barbara, and the team name that we kind of chose just when we messed around, Rich Nips, just didn't seem like quite an appropriate name for sponsors or just down the road. So we're like, well, we just need to brainstorm something else. And we both just wanted to have a lot more fun, be a lot more positive this year. So we were kind of looking for
I'm always negative,
because we were looking for words that just described us as people, and we wanted to kind of exemplify that in a team name. So then we just kind of getting into searching for team names, different languages, different stuff like that. And then Wabi Sabi is actually kind of a Japanese saying, and it's pretty cool. It's basically taking all of kind of the negativity, the imperfect pieces of life, and embracing them, kind of making them your own and spinning it in a positive way. So that's what we're all about, like imperfectly perfect, just enjoying those little imperfections of life. And we thought it sounded pretty cool too. So we went with it.
Boom.
I like that. It's a cool team name. Definitely cool. And for the past couple years, we've seen your dad, Jarrett, yell, "Let's go Strange," and now this year we got "Let's go Sabi," so it still works out.
Yeah, you still got Wabi or Sabi. You can yell, and he likes to mix it up. He came to the Huntington tournament, and we still had a bunch of people there see my dad and be like, "Yeah, Mr. Rouse, let's go Strange." But then now you hear "Let's go Wabi" or "Let's go Sabi." He mixed it up. We like to say Preston's kind of the Wabi side. I'll be the Sabi. So he was like, if Preston made a bad serve, he's like, "Come on, Wabi, pick it up," or it's like vice versa. So pretty fun.
Well, that's a whole new development in cheering this year.
Whole new.
I'm excited to see how that unfolds over the course of the year.
Let's Go Strange. Let's Go Strange really took over the community, so I'm excited to see how this evolves.
Yeah, true.
I'm just excited to have him on my side now, so I don't have to hear "Let's Go Strange." The whole entire day, I was like, "Oh, we're doing pretty good, Troy," and all I would hear when we were doing well was "Let's go Strange." I was like, "Damn it."
Nice. So, if you listeners didn't know, Preston and Jarrett won the first tour stop of the year in Huntington Beach on last Saturday, and they are currently ranked number 2 in the power rankings. So, how is getting that first win? And Preston, if I'm not mistaken, that was your first pitcher, or your
Well,
second pitcher, second pitcher.
Yeah, no, it was my first.
Well,
tour
first pitcher,
stop
I
win.
guess. Right?
Yeah, first tour stop win. I mean, the other one being nationals. Everyone thinks I win a whole lot. Like I win a bunch of small tournaments, but I haven't won a tour stop. Probably because my last partner Troy was not the best. I'm just kidding. If he watches this, sweet. If not, no, it felt good. I mean, it definitely wasn't the super stacked West Coast tour as normal. Last year we had Strange. We had Skylar was in there with Ian. We had Chiswick Showalter out there. I don't know. We had a bunch of teams. Not to say it wasn't great competition, but yeah, it was a little weird being on the West Coast, especially since we combined teams. It wasn't crazy, but a win's a win nonetheless. I'm stoked to have it. Stoked to have a pitcher. Stoked to finally get one tour stop under my belt. Hopefully, we move up and get a few more.
Continue the trend. Yeah, it felt awesome. It was a beautiful day out there. Love seeing I just love the community of the people that I get to see. So it's always nice to get to come together, see a lot of familiar faces, some ones I haven't seen in a while. And I just like to be a little bit more lighthearted and have fun while I was competing. And that's what we were able to do. We had 2 kind of iffy games in pool play, but besides that, we felt great. And it was an awesome day of spike ball. Roundnet, my fault.
Yeah, what are you thinking? God.
Good.
Good enough. He didn't like it.
So something I want to ask about, because it came up last year at Nationals. The week before Nationals, Jared, you hurt your shoulder, your rotator cuff. How is that affecting you today?
So when I heard it, I was playing in the Do Good tournament. Corey Heck, an amazing man, was hosting kind of a charity tournament for good intentions, good cause. I'm like, might as well get a little warm up with Devin before we play Nationals the weekend before. And because we didn't put away 2 balls we should have to win the tournament, we ended up going into extras, and in extras I ended up hurting myself, which was super unfortunate. Just an awkward swing right away. Immense kind of pain. Couldn't really use it the rest of that game. We ended up losing to Skylar and Corey in that little series, and I was nervous because I only had a week to recover, leaving for Chicago in only like 4 days, really, because of going on Wednesday. I didn't want to tell anyone because I wanted to try to keep that a secret the best I could. Worked on my left hand a little bit, but because my left hand wasn't so used to the workload that I used it just to kind of train it, it got super sore, and my whole kind of left side of my body was really sore when it came down to tournament day. Still able to kind of compete at Nationals, but still wasn't at the exact same level. The inflammation had died down enough where I could kind of hit a gentleman serve or maybe even hit from the lower angle, but any external rotation back for like a serve wasn't going to happen. I ended up rehabbing through it, go see my therapist, eventually get an MRI. Like, it is partially torn, and I kind of re-injured it early January. Again, was letting it rest. Couldn't really fully serve right-handed. I was able to get some good ones because just rehabbing and letting it rest, able to compete a little. But you guys saw at Huntington, I mainly used my left hand for a serve, just lined up lefty, and I've been practicing that. I think it's good to have in the repertoire to be able to kind of work both sides. But I'm just going to keep rehabbing, see how it does. I'm not that sore after that first tournament, which is really nice. So looking up, positive, making the best again. Perfectly imperfect, making the best out of a crappy situation right there. But got to do what you got to do.
Shameless plug for the team name.
Shameless plug.
It's just kind of like Wabi Sabi, you know.
It's just Wabi Sabi.
What can we say?
That's perfect. That's what it is. The
That's
situation is Wabi Sabi. Yeah, there you go.
I don't have to use it as like, I don't know how to use it in a sentence, but
We'll figure it.
Wabi Sabi.
It's Wabi Sabi.
It's its own sentence.
Yeah.
That's it.
No one else has heard of it, so y'all get the freedom to use it however you want in a sentence.
Well, everyone thinks it's like wasabi. Honestly, everyone goes
Wasabi.
like, "Why Wabi Sabi? Why wasabi?" And I'm like,
I can't pretend I'm not gonna call you Wasabi a lot this year.
Yeah.
So when I was searching for the power ranking logo, there was a lot of Wasabi images. Wabi Sabi. I actually, at first, I was thinking I could put a picture of Wasabi. That'd be pretty funny. But there were actually a lot of pictures of Wabi Sabi. So it's definitely a pretty common thing, you know, somewhere. But yeah.
Probably Japan.
True.
Yeah.
you get a lot of cracked bowls in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Like cracked,
Yeah.
cracked and like pottery and like imperfectly colored ceramic. Yeah.
Great. Okay. More casual question. You guys live together, which I didn't know, so now you're together. So you're road tripping to play or go to a tournament. What's on the radio?
What's on the radio or radar?
Radio.
On the radio. Well, 93.7 if you tune in live. We're set to play in March. If you hit the Seek button, you'll find them a little bit in the future. We really want to go to Seattle. You know,
This is not what he meant by the question.
no, he said what's on the radio. I've just been tuning in stations.
So you listen to the radio? You don't put on certain music? Don't put on a podcast?
No, radio station. I don't know. I listen to a lot of rap. I don't listen to radio much.
He listens to a lot of rap. We're a little bit different. Well, that's my girlfriend. My girlfriend's a big Kanye fan, so we actually were like totally old school Kanye pump up before the San Diego tournament. Huntington. Huntington tournament. But lately, I've been all about the audiobooks, just putting it on while I drive.
Dude, not even while he drives. He just gets home and all you hear is, and then he said, what are you doing? And then he showers, all you hear is just his voice. Entire house. Like, it's like 10 at night, and all you hear is like this deep voice just rumbling throughout the room.
What audiobook are you on now?
So, Devin was really into this series. My cousins really suggested it too. The Stormlight Archive, The Way of Kings, and then I'm on the second one, The Words of Radiance. Great fantasy book, but I'm really enjoying it, so I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm enjoying every other chapter too. It's great.
Might be a little source of tension there.
He just gets upset if I play music too loud because my system kind of shakes the house a little bit. But it's a talk. It's something to laugh about around the house. Our new roommate Brian, he likes to imitate the audiobook as well. We all thought one day we'd all just like wake Jared up with audiobooks.
That's funny.
You know, just have the whole house be speaking. But no, music-wise, rap. I listen to everything though. I mean, you can hear me listen to opera. You know, you can listen to anything besides country. There's like 3 songs country. Besides that, just.
Yeah, he's not a country, like really does not like country. I do love country. I will say, I guess shameless plug right now, you can go follow me on Spotify, just Jarrett Rouse. Got some great playlists. I got some great playlists, I'm not going to lie. Music's part of my life. It's part of my job, so I get some fun stuff in there. I'm not afraid to even throw, I'm not afraid to throw some Justin Bieber in there, some One Direction. I bring it back. I bring it back a lot of ways. I love some old school. Not afraid to do anything, but I like to have a lot of fun, dance around. Dancing's
I can vouch for Jarrett's music choice. He's often the DJ, and he can make people want to move.
There you go.
You say it is your job, though, right?
Part of my job.
Yeah.
Music and movement. Yeah.
Nice. You guys segued perfectly into this next question I have, and I'm just running down my list very easily. The players on the top 25 teams must compete in a karaoke competition. What song are each of you singing?
Holy!
I have mine. Do you have yours?
I went straight to Eminem, but like
Eminem?
I can't do that. I can't. I feel like that's too like mainstream.
I'll go first. My go-to karaoke is "With Arms Wide Open" by Creed. Not even gonna lie, I do the whole voice. With arms wide open under the sunlight. And I just put on a show. That's my go-to, but there's a lot of great karaoke options, I will say. I think Vinny Bonta would really appreciate that reference and that song, but that's my go-to probably.
What about you, Preston? You gonna rap?
I've done a lot of karaoke before. I mean, like some Sugar Hill Gang, like that's always a jam. Throw it back.
I would like to see that.
Eminem's always good just because, you get pumped. But, like, I don't know. Anything that I can't sing, I'd be super about. Like, Time to Say Goodbye, Andre Bocelli, whatever his name is. Oh, wow. I'll just freaking, I'll run around restaurants singing that to some people. I don't know, anything. I'm not too picky about what I sing because, singing's not exactly my strong suit, so I'll just go with anything.
I feel that.
I feel like Logan, you and I would really kill it in a karaoke contest.
Oh, I can believe that. It's like you're so bad that like it just gives you the freedom to own it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we would kill it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Build me a Buttercup. We'll just go with that. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Good.
That's a good one.
Good.
Yeah.
Anything that people can sing along to really helps.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Then
you get the crowd in there, and you don't really have to sing because other people are singing too.
Then it goes from karaoke to concert. Like you're just performing.
I just sing the cha-cha slide and hope people just start dancing.
You're just mouth to the left. Take it back. That's
it
good.
Sounds like a great time to announce our Friday night before Nationals karaoke competition.
Wait, question is though, is it based off how well you sing, or is it based off like how
well you own it?
I know you're kidding, but like I'm actually trying to do this because it's a great warm up.
So then we'll have a whole prediction poll on who's going to win the karaoke competition.
Fantasy karaoke.
Fantasy karaoke.
I take Dylan for sure.
Dylan?
Like I'm too sexy for my shirt or something, I see that.
Whoever's gonna own it, you definitely gotta have the dance moves in there.
Yeah, Dylan would be. Yeah, he'd be a little timid, but he'd be out there.
Wow. Okay, so maybe this will have to be a thing. You sound excited for it.
I mean, I would help run it. Like you just let me know what I gotta do, and I'll do it.
Wow.
Mike goes, nah.
Okay, back to Roundnet. Preston, I want to ask you, because you're often known for being very vocal and seemingly carefree during tournaments. Do those actions have a purpose? Are they just something you do? Are they kind of thought of like, I might play better if I do stuff like this, or where's it all come from?
I mean, above anything else, I do care about winning. Like, I'm definitely one of the more competitive people I know, if not the most competitive person. But like, I don't know. For me, I either have to be loose, carefree-esque, as everyone describes me, or I have to be. I believe you were there in Summer Spike when I was playing with Kit in 2016, and I was just straight, about to kill somebody. Like, I got to either be one of those two, and I'd rather be carefree and fun. Plus, now I know a lot of people, actually enjoy seeing top players enjoying spike ball. And I don't know. I mean, win or lose at the end of the day, I want to have fun while I'm out there. I mean, it's not like we're competing for millions of dollars yet. But I mean, my main goal is to have fun. I mean, everyone knows me, or if they know me, they know I care. But I'm out there to have fun, and also it messes with like 99% of people I play with, because I mean, it is a strategy. If I notice I'm getting in somebody's head, 100%, I'll just crack some jokes for them. If I get them to laugh, usually it's like I saw it. I'm in your,
I got you.
In your mind, yeah. But no, I mean, I think the main thing for me is having fun. If I'm not having fun, like, why would I play spike ball? Why would I travel? Why would I spend my time to go play? I mean, that goes with anything in my life, but especially spike ball.
Has anyone ever charged you rent for staying in their head for so long?
I have some people who call, ask me if I'm still renting space, or if I'm just on like a, like extended vacation. No one's ever charged me rent, unfortunately. Their case, they would make a good amount of money because I'm in a lot of people's heads.
That's great. That's great. Wow.
I was just waiting for that one-liner.
Oh, I've heard that a lot before. Shout out to Alex Harris. He'll just do it mid-game, like, should I start paying rent? just ask the other team mid-game. But yeah. Something else. Sunday at Huntington, we wrapped a hose around a spike ball set. Preston, you want to tell us a little about that?
I mean, a lot of you guys saw when I posted, I don't know, a few months back. I've been trying to create a more, spectator-friendly net, I guess would be the better way to call it. Something that creates a little more rally, something that is a little, challenges the players to be more athletic and also allows the players to be, act on their athletic ability. So pretty much what it was like we would put a 2 hose height, so about, 2.5 inches, 3 inches around the rim. And you guys have seen the picture on Facebook if you're on that USA Spike Ball Facebook page. But pretty much my end goal would be to create kind of a 45-ish degree, probably 3-inch high chunk of plastic that you could ramp up off of. But it would just pretty much bring the level of play from like the elite level from shin to knee, which it is now. Everyone hits so stupid low, unless someone opts to hit way over somebody. But most hits it'd bring from that low height to now knees to maybe even like chest level, which would then allow you to use your hands more. People like Fitzy would shine a little more. They have a little more balls chased down. I would be able to move more. I mean, I play more, close up, whatever D. But it allowed me to be more athletic and allow anybody to be athletic. I mean, I think it'd bring a lot more rallies to the game. I know we were just messing around, and it was me, Tyler Kenny, and Kale from Lancaster, and even in like 5 minutes we had like 3-4 rallies, and it's just I don't know. I think for the future of the sport, something has to change. I just think offense right now is too strong, and I think the best way to put it, Troy actually told me this. He's like, a perfect set in volleyball, you still have to work to get a kill. Nobody's just going to be like, oh, like, think, easy, like no one's going to defend it. In spike ball, if it's perfect set, you don't have to work to get a kill. You should get the point. Defense can't do anything about it. So with this, at least you have to kind of aim a little more. It takes away like the one square shots, which some people get frustrated. Tyler Chiswick.
That's all they hit. That's all they want to hit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great shot, but like for rally's sake, there are no rallies.
Well, Well, in their case, in a lot of teams' cases, if you have that one square shot and you can hit it, it's pretty much game over. So you're saying take that away and it levels it up. You said on Sunday you felt like you had a third player on D.
Yeah, I mean the best. Yeah, I mean that's what I kept saying was because I would take their big right, someone takes their push, and if the set's not perfect in the middle, if it's perfect in the middle, it's still going to be very hard to defend. But every hit was coming up a little higher. I had a little bit more time to kind of move, to read a little bit, and I didn't have to worry about, okay, there's this much room on the backside of the net, whereas guys like us, Tyler, PJ, whatever, can hit that shot. Now then it was a wall. I don't want it to be a wall because it kind of eliminates some angle on serving. But, if it's like a little 45-degree angle, you can still hit the shot. You just have to kind of short it over. Otherwise, you'd kind of get shut down by the extended rim. But I don't know. I just want more rallies. I want spike ball to become something that people can watch and enjoy, without having a stake in the game. People walking by be like, holy crap, these guys are athletes. They're killing it, So yeah. I thought it got a good response from people who tried it and people who saw it. Obviously, it's a hose on top of the set, but the concept was there.
Yeah. Logan, Sean, what are your initial thoughts on that?
I mean, I like the idea of something coming off the net and kind of send it up with a 45-degree angle, and just the idea of it coming from like knee level up a little bit more, so you're using your hands. I would agree that the future of the sport, something's got to change for more rallies. And I remember the first time I saw it, I liked it. I think obviously I haven't played with the hose set yet. I'll have to get out the West Coast and try it out here. But
make your own.
I do.
You might get hosed.
Yeah. That's true.
They have hoses everywhere.
They're not in Texas. But I
can't build one.
I like the idea, and I think that's on the right track. Just like you talking about, my mind spinning with, okay, how can we make that work? So I like the idea.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. I didn't get a chance to try it either, Preston. The one idea that I've heard similar to that, because I fully agree we need to figure out a way to make rallies longer. But the one idea I've heard and I really liked, I forget where it came from, but having an inner ring that players cannot stand in while they're hitting.
Right.
Are you guys familiar with this at all? I don't know if it's like a foot or 2 feet wide, but the hitter cannot be in that circle, so it really narrows the angle at which you'll be able to like wrap around a ball.
It's like tunnel.
I think that something like that could be a really sweet way to make it a lot harder to finish a kill and make the rallies go on and on. But I don't know what the answer is going to be. But I think things like this, whether it's a hose on a set that's just a prototype, leads to the innovation we're going to need in the long run.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with the hose set. It seemed that it created more roll-ups, but not the roll-ups that go straight up and are the easy kills. They were long roll-ups that you could chase down, and I thought those were perfect and exactly what you want to set up rallies.
And that's way more fun. That's like one of the parts that people love about the sport so much is like the chasing down. It's not necessarily like throw up where it's like a silver platter in front of you. It's where you still have to run it down and hit it back. Like that's what gives people the most like euphoria from playing.
Also, I just want to put it out there. It wasn't like, for some people who've never seen the hose set, it wasn't like every single hit was a rally. I'd still say 85% of the hits, were I don't know, 85, whatever. Regardless, most of the hits weren't touched. You can still have a good rip, that passes just at knee level. It just forces the hitter to actually think about not just where they're going to hit, but how they're going to hit it. Whereas now a perfect set, and you can pretty much close your eyes and hit past the defense at the elite level, even with the best defense in the game right now. Most of the time, I feel like that's the case. But also, I like it because I don't think it'll affect intermediate or even lower beginner levels because they're not hitting low enough as is. So I know we were throwing things around. Maybe it's an attachment. Maybe it's, something only the pros play with, like the NBA threes, pushback, or, I don't know. I just like pushing the sport in some direction, which hopefully means, more players, more viewers.
Yeah, I like that idea too, and it seems like it would also help the defense in a sense that it's harder to drop just because there is a little bit more of a barrier there. So it does give the defense a little more of a head start in the fact that they're able to know what's going to come more so because the drop's got to be a little harder.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a skilled drop instead of like, I'm just going to barely touch it and have it go off. It's like, I actually got, give it the right
exactly.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. I encourage people to try it. And it's pretty easy to set up.
Yeah, I mean, it took us like 4.5 minutes to make.
Yeah, you just need good people on with the. Well, so all you do is you cut a hose around the side of the rim and you attach it with zip ties. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. I was definitely skeptical when I first saw it and was pleasantly surprised with how it worked. So. Preston buys with the innovation.
Might have to go get a hose and hook it up now.
Yeah. Well, on Sunday, Jack Scotty shows up to the beach with a hose. I'm like, why did you buy a hose?
I told him Saturday, I was like, Jack, buy a hose.
I'm like 7 a.m. bringing a hose to the beach. What is that purpose? Someone said he was trying to siphon the ocean back to New York. It was pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, I have not even got to play on it yet, which is surprising.
We have the OG host in the garage.
We do have it. I have not got to play in it. To Logan's point about what we really love about the sport, or a lot of people really love, it's the rundown. It's that let me be an athlete, go and dive and make a play. And Preston and I both were able to compete in the co-ed division in Huntington on that Sunday. And I will say we got to talk a little bit after. It's like that was the most fun. I mean, we had a lot of fun Saturday, but it was a different type of fun for me because I was able to fully like run, and I was diving almost every play because then it was super great to like track down a little longer ball and be able to do that. Maybe because in the co-ed division, everyone wasn't quite on that same dynamic kill level. It's a little bit different with a guy and a girl, and so it just allowed for a lot more rundowns, and we saw a lot of really cool rallies like that. I know, Mike, you were trying to film a couple, but it happened as like you took the camera off this game, then they had a sick rally. Oh, let's put it back on this game.
You can't win.
No.
You can't win. You can't win.
It's hard. But that was super fun, and to the point where like the hose builds up on the rim. It's like I know Skylar is super good at you're here, and then all of a sudden he just flips his hand over and it just rolls off, and it's like, well, that barely even touched, and it kind of eliminates that type of shot where you're like, I shouldn't have to defend that because it's just kind of like, how did that even happen? And so that's where that third defender comes in. It's like for Skylar, that's one of his best hits. And I know Tyler can do it too, and PJ both can use like the least amount of net possible. Where now it's like, okay, that extra little higher rim now is my third defender for that shot, and then it gives us a better chance to extend a rally or get it up in those longer roll-ups. So I'm excited. But to go off Tyler's, if you watch Tyler's podcast with Mike, his hot take is how this is going to be the year of the defense. I will say I had a lot of fun on Saturday, even with so many kills, just running around with Preston, getting after him. And I feel like every time I get to play and really move around, I want to play more. And I want to be able to, like, when you get that one defensive up, you're like, it inspires you to work that much harder. So yeah. I also think it could be the year of the defense, and it's all about just that hustle and learning each player and their hit, their proper positioning. But I love the innovation. I love trying new things out. To Sean's point, the 2-foot ring, me, Preston, Troy, and Josh from Subpar, we tried that out one time on the beach. And it was interesting. We did it like where you couldn't step in at all, or where like you could dive in, and it definitely made more rallies. But it's tough. It was a tough line on where we define the actual rules on that. Like, can you go in it at all, or can you set in it, but you have to hit outside of it? So it was pretty cool. But I love the variations of the game and continue to develop because we're still on such a grassroots level, and that's pretty cool that we can still develop and see where this sport goes.
Sure.
I got a question.
Shoot.
I got a couple. First off, I'm curious how many. I'm assuming you're going to go to most, if not all, the West Tour stops. How many outside of the West Tour are you guys hoping to make? I guess what's your travel schedule look like?
Tune back into the radio, dude.
What do you have on the radio?
105.5. Let me check it. We're talking about Summer Spike, I believe, on that channel. Yeah, Summer Spike. Is there another channel that you on? You turn to?
I'm thinking.
You're like,
no. I'm not going to do the channels here. I think we're going to go. Didn't even tell you this. A trip got moved, so I think I can go to Santa Monica.
I can.
You can?
Maybe. I might be in Hawaii. If he's here, I'll probably go to
All
Santa
right, so
Monica.
Jarrett now needs. So someone needs a partner for Santa Monica.
No. I said I might be in Hawaii. If not, I'll go to Santa Monica.
Well, I told him it was previously I couldn't make Santa Monica when the date got moved to the 23rd of June. But now my family trip, I think, actually got pushed back a week. So I believe I can make that now. I was going to tell you that today. Super cool.
Nice.
So, yeah, should be all West Coast. We'll see if he can or cannot. And then besides for that, Coney Island, I think for sure. One of the is there 2 Boston tournaments?
Just one.
There's
one.
There's 2 Chicago tournaments, right?
2 Chicagos, yeah. There's a Chicago in April and a Chicago in August.
I think I plan on going to Boston. Hopefully, I mean, yeah.
Put it this way, we haven't really solidified anything, but we want to travel this year at least a few times. Probably the bigger tournaments, so Chicago, Boston, Summer Spike. I don't know, you're talking about potentially Nashville, but that's probably with Vinny or something. But
if you go to Nashville, oh yeah, I'm for sure going to Nashville, so I'll be there.
Love that.
We don't know that.
My follow-up question on that is, I think you actually mentioned this early on, Preston, but just looking at the teams and the competition at Huntington and at West in general, I would say there's been a big fall off in just this West powerhouse over the last couple of years. So how does it feel to be essentially the number 1 ranked team in the West, number 2 in the nation going into this year, and how are you going to carry that torch forward? Confidence against Chiswick, Showalter, and some of these other top teams. I guess general feel of the West and other teams involved.
I mean, I feel like good for us. Yeah, we formed up. I think Wabi Sabi is going to be a powerhouse across the nation, let alone West Coast. But also, I think we kind of destroyed part of the West Coast because 2 guys and Strange. We're both top 5 in the nation, and obviously probably the top 2 in the West. I mean, West isn't out. We're not down and out yet. Like, we have Loma here. We got us. We have Subpar, who's up and coming. They just got 4th in this tournament, which is pretty solid. I mean, I don't know. Just like any year. I mean, I plan to have fun, plan to give it my all, I mean, I think, obviously, the biggest competition this year is Chiswick Showalter. I've never been like, yeah, they're good. But I think everyone's beatable, and everyone's gonna go, ooh, crap, cold out them, But they're my friends, I told them the same thing, I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given day at spike ball. Like those games we lost in pool play, we lost them ourselves. I missed like 90% of serves, and that was the reason why we lost. But no, I mean, obviously confidence is key, but I think our main goal is to have fun this year and try and win everything. Obviously, I don't know anyone who's trying to lose stuff, but yeah.
I'll say going off that too, it felt like for the first time, we were expected to win on Saturday. And Sean, you are very well experienced with the feeling of you should win when you were playing with Skylar. And it was, maybe I had that a couple times last year, but I never really felt that way. And now this year, teaming up with Preston, and especially the diminished depth of the West, and I felt it more. I was like, whoa, I should win. Well, what if I don't? Like that kind of letdown. And it's crazy, seeing the Olympic story. I was talking to Skylar after the tournament. The one snowboarder who qualified for a ski event, she borrowed skis, won the gold. And it's that whole idea of losing expectations, not overthinking anything, not putting that undue pressure on yourself where you get stressed and don't perform to your best. So for me, it's going to be just an everyday, every tournament kind of reminder that, all right, we might be expected to win, or we know we're pretty solid and can win any tournament we go to. Now just don't overthink it. Don't stress out. Just have fun. Like, enjoy the time, because that's when you're going to be your best. Same way, reason why Preston has to be light on the field and like interact with the crowd, which I love. Like, he's playing to his strengths. Like, that's what's going to make him better. And we need to just continue to do those things, not overthink it, to succeed. And Chiswick Showalter, they're phenomenal players and really good at most levels. And it's going to get to the point where who can read the other team a little bit better that day. Because as we play with them a little bit more, we don't get to play with them all that much. Tyler visited us before Huntington, and it was cool to see some of his shots. And it's like, okay, once I get to play, I get to learn. And for me, a lot of game number ones is kind of like learning a team or learning how the hitter hits. I think we can compete with anyone, and it's just about making those adjustments. The way the depth of the West goes, to play on that, I think we've been training a lot with subpar, which is awesome. We're hope like they're getting so much better, and it's great to see them rise. It reminded me of me when me and Devin started to play with ball blasters back in the day. Like, it was like Kit Ryan, who was at the tournament, played with Zach Zimmerman and Chad Wickersham. Like, they were really good as when they were super young and when they used to play. And they kind of elevated our game, and then we were able to grow even more from there, especially when we started playing with Preston and
two
Troy.
guys came, we beat them like 7-0 the first night, and then we got them to be where they are now.
It's just about continuing to grow teams. And what I really like to see, we have played with subpar, but what I really like to see, I've always felt like the East Coast had such great depth. Like, you just have random teams that are like, those guys are pretty solid. I never really felt that way in the West, except this tournament I felt like there's some pretty good depth. Like, the advanced division, like non-power pools, I'm like, there's some really good players and teams out here now. So hopefully people are playing more and are going to make that adjustment. It does feel weird not having a big top-heavy West anymore. It's kind of just a little smaller number. But I'm excited for the season.
I like that answer. I just don't want to become the next Southeast, if you know what I mean, Logan.
No, we'll never be the Southeast.
No comment.
No comment.
Everyone's gonna want to be the Southeast in the next few years. Just wait for it.
We're waiting.
Wow. In 5 years, the Southeast is the best, and then they just make fun of everyone.
Is that a hot take?
The Southeast,
5 years.
Southeast is one of the strongest college divisions, and college is just a glimpse of what's coming up.
True.
So
that's true. Southeast does kill the college game.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got a question. So back and forth, like, two guys in Strange Embrace are kind of like fighting for the top spot last year. And now obviously y'all are together. So who's going to be the number two, the biggest threat to the throne in the West for y'all?
I feel like it's mildly obvious, but he's thinking hard, so I'll let him think.
I would say Point Loma.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I didn't know y'all been. You've been practicing with subpar a lot. I played them in Nashville last year. Was pretty impressed. So, do you think they'll be able to take on Point Loma for that second spot and even challenge y'all, or y'all have a good view of that?
We got to deal with them. They can't beat us. Train them.
That was wise. Wise.
No, I think, first off, Point Loma, watching Kenny play at least for sure. I know he's been playing like every day nonstop for, last month or whatever. And they've definitely gotten noticeably better. Obviously they might have had an off game versus PJ and Zach, or PJ's had a really on game, whatever it be. But like I said, it's Michael. I think anyone can beat anybody. Obviously within reason. I think anyone in the top 10 could take out anyone in the top 10, given the right day. But Josh and Jacob, I think as they slowly start to podium more, as they slowly start to beat more teams, get a little bit more mentally there. I think physically, they're both large humans and they both have great wingspan. They both hit hard. They both, their sets are clean. it's just really kind of dialing it in mentally. I know for me, I mean, this is now my almost third year. The first year you kind of like learn how to, learn how it is, how it goes. And it really comes down as you get in the later rounds, it's all mental. Everybody's physically there. We all know everyone's athletes. But to answer your question, I think subpar could beat Loma. But also I think Loma could beat subpar, I mean, same thing, they could beat us, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just they're on top of their game. But I'm hoping they get like top 10 this year. I know it's bold and everyone's like, nah. But I mean, these guys are both good,
Yeah.
Hopefully soon, super good.
Yeah.
It's just, they're young, and it's learning like.
Yeah, but they low-key have been playing for a long time.
It's a longer time, but it's still like just the youth of playing and really being at that end of tournament, the higher level. And it takes a while just to get experience. You have to play in tournaments. You have to get fourth. You have to get tied for fifth, like learning what you have to do to get to that next level.
Then you have to win nationals, and then you're there.
Okay. Yeah. But it also comes with age. I always say, like, I wish I knew what I know now going back into college. Like, I'm 26 now. It's like just from life experience, you learn how to perform better. You learn where you need to be in your mental space.
Control your own actions.
Control the controllable. Control your actions.
Wabi Sabi.
Wabi Sabi.
Wabi Sabi.
Just went full circle.
I say subpar can come a long way, and like they just gotta continue to play, like just be on mentally. Like they have great serves, like they can get anyone. I think Preston is the hardest hitter in the game. I don't have a problem saying it.
Yeah, I won that hitting competition.
You did win the hitting competition at lunch.
Longest spike?
Longest spike.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been training for that, with the big ball.
That's why he plays. That's why he does it every day.
No, I think Josh. Josh is a great hit, but I think Jacob actually. sorry, Josh.
Sorry, Josh.
No, he'll get a good laugh.
So good.
But I think Jacob probably might hit like the second hardest. Like he hits unbelievably hard when he's on.
When he hits on, yeah, that's the big.
It's really good. Just getting consistent and getting that experience. I say the same thing about Hilltop. I think they're both unbelievable players. I can see the talent they have. I just know they're both young, and it's like, okay, get the experience, and they'll be there. That's why
they hired Skylar as a coach. They figured getting a key player to back them, and then they have experience.
They're just gonna take Skylar's confidence and his all his experience, and they're just gonna steal it all, and then they'll be amazing.
Hey, if they had Skylar's mind, both of them, I mean, I'm sure they'd do probably way too well for their own good.
Well, so they're also getting older too. Cole's still in high school.
Well, y'all are getting older.
That's something.
That's inevitable.
Everyone's getting older.
I mean, I'm not getting older, but like you guys are.
It's just so young. They're all so young to me. They're not old.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we have left, Mike. But before we go, I do want to. I like to get the hot takes for anyone who's on the show. So I don't know if you have any questions, but before we go, I just want to get a hot take from each of y'all for the season.
In terms of our performance, in terms of just
any hot take you have, I think he's asking.
Just
anything related to Roundnet. I mean, Tyler had some hot takes.
I say Preston did say that subpar would get top 4, and they did. So he's already like 1 for 1 on his hot takes.
He also said top 10 for the year, so that could be his hot take.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't put everything.
You're putting too much on subpar.
Like I'm gonna throw it out in the universe. Say they could get top 10, and then like if they do, then I'll own it.
Own your hot take.
I like another hot take though.
You can have another hot take.
Okay, cool. What's your hot take?
What's my hot take?
It better be spicy.
Jared's about to be thinking for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You're right. I'll just spit something out in the meantime.
I'm a thinker.
Yeah, give us something in the meantime.
This segment is called OJ and Hot Takes.
OJ and hot takes. Okay.
Like hot cakes.
Hot cakes. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Perfect. Just making sure.
I was confused, but we got it. Don't worry. Oh man, I don't know. There's so many hot takes. First off, Dylan Fogarty. I just think he's gonna ruin whatever tournament he plays in terms of he's just gonna beat Pretty much everybody. Dylan's a freaking man. I'm gonna play with him at some point this year. I mean, depending on who he plays
with him.
See, my problem is, well, no, I would say he'd beat Chiswick Showalter with somebody, but he thinks PJ is a demigod, so
and he's been saying that for 3 years.
He just kneels down. Like, when we played him in Lancaster, Dylan's like, you can't beat him, and I was like, all right, well then, great, Dylan.
Check out that finals on YouTube. Safi versus DP.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty sick tournament. Hot take. Damn it, who's gonna beat? Oh no.
I have one.
Okay.
All right. Well, I say this: if Preston's not, I'm going to Nashville tournament. If Preston doesn't go, I'm going to play with Vinny Bonta. And if I do play,
wait, hold
Vinny,
hold on.
If I play with Vinny, I think we will win Nashville.
Wait, you just came. You went in and out. You went in and out for me. So say that again. So if you play with Vinny in Nashville.
I do play with Vinny at Nashville. I think we will win the Nashville tournament.
Okay.
There's a hot take. I also think Sean will be in the finals of a main tour stop. His one tour stop he might play all year. I think he'll be in the finals of it.
This Sean Boyer right here, the
this
Rally
Sean Boyer
podcaster, he plays Roundnet.
I'll show him love all day. If Sean and I were supposed to play at the Flurry, it didn't happen, but if we were, we would have won. So just
I'll echo that.
Yeah.
That's a retroactive hot take. That's not fair.
Yeah, true.
There's no
I like that though. Jarrett, you're not supposed to tell people that we're gonna plan a tour stop together though.
Sorry.
Preston, are you all right? So Preston's still thinking. So good time to plug this Friday. This Friday coming out, we got Dylan Fogarty's 10 hot takes for 2018.
Ah.
Yeah. With a little evaluation of his hot takes of 2017. One, which said that a major event would be canceled because of weather, and everyone was very upset with him Nationals morning.
These hot takes. I mean, I would just say it for fun that we're going Nationals, but like I think every team wants to win Nationals, so like
very creative.
You know, I'm just gonna put on subpar. You guys don't let me down. They're gonna be a top 10 team by the end of the season. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
And if not, I will personally train them. I'll be their freaking coach. First the worst, second the best. So I'll be the second coach for subpar. If you guys want me, hire me. Pay me in cheeseburgers at the end of the week. Just one. And I'll personally coach you.
All right.
And we're there comes the cop. Almost passing 49 minutes recording here, so that was a lengthy one. But thank you to Jared and Preston for hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us, guys.
It's pretty good. Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap this up. So again, from all of us here at the Rally Podcast, Mike, Sean, Logan, we thank you for listening, and we hope to see you next time. Peace.
Deuces.